By 1949, the reach of the United Nations Planar Defense Council extended across nearly half the globe. Under Christoph Dahlen's quiet but unyielding direction, operatives infiltrated intelligence services, military headquarters, universities, and even the bureaucracies of sovereign governments. The Council's hand reached into the archives of Paris, the military offices of Moscow, the lecture halls of Oxford, the laboratories of Boston. No frontier of knowledge or power was beyond its grasp. Every base in every cooperating nation was built in the image of Geneva's hidden command. Beneath warehouses, inside old fortifications, beneath factories stripped of their war production, new chambers were carved in secrecy. The Geneva headquarters itself was driven deeper underground, reinforced with steel and concrete, redesigned to survive bombardment or sabotage. Through this web of concealed strongholds, the Council issued a single unified protocol, the study and containment of interdimensional anomalies. For the first time in history, rifts between worlds were not dismissed as superstition, nor treated as local curiosities. They were catalogued, classified, mapped in detail, approached as systematic threats to the survival of mankind. Task forces were dispatched under the cover of night. Rift zones were charted in the burning sands of the Sahara, across the frozen tundra of Siberia, and in the dense, unbroken jungles of South America. Each incursion confirmed what the Codex had forewarned. The world itself was not stable. The veil between dimensions was thin, and rifts opened without pattern, without warning. But with every discovery, the stakes rose higher. Then, on April 4th, 1949, the Council was tested as never before. That same day, in Washington, D.C., the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was formally established, a military pact meant to guard the Western world against the Soviet threat. Yet far from the capital, in the lonely reaches of northeastern Washington state, another battle unfolded, a battle history would never acknowledge. Its codename, Operation Northgate. The breach was detected in the depths of Colville National Forest. The air shimmered, the trees bent as if under an invisible weight. A distortion appeared, ragged, pulsing, alive. From within, shapes moved, entities that twisted light, that clawed against the natural order. A joint task force, Canadians and Americans, was dispatched to contain it. Trained operatives, armed with rifles, grenades, and conviction. But conviction was not enough. The engagement lasted less than half an hour. 27 minutes of chaos. 8 operatives, 5 American, 3 Canadian, were killed in action. 11 more were dragged from the forest with wounds no medic could comprehend. The anomaly was sealed. The rift collapsed. But the cost was undeniable. For the first time, the Council confronted the truth. Mankind's weapons, forged for human wars, were useless in a war against the unknown. The Colville incident forced a reckoning inside Geneva. Salman bin Samir al-Faqih declared that the true failure lay not with the soldiers, but with detection itself. The breach had gone unseen until it was already too late. Until that moment, the Council had relied almost entirely on its hidden web of sources: intelligence leaks, military dispatches, whispers carried from universities and public offices by embedded operatives. But information interception alone was not enough. It was always delayed, always filtered, always reactive. By the time the Council heard the echo, the event had already struck. What the Colville disaster revealed was chilling in its simplicity. The world needed eyes that could see what no radar, no radio, no intelligence report could predict. Christoph Dahlen acted swiftly. Resources were stripped from administrative programs and poured into a new initiative, Directive Zero. Its mandate: to create weapons and defenses not bound by human precedent, specialized systems, biological countermeasures, research into the strange, viscous substances found around point zeros, the points where rifts emerged. Labs were built beneath mountains, prototypes tested in deserts. Researchers probed the boundaries of what could be called science, and alongside the weapons came a new doctrine. Operatives were no longer trained as soldiers alone, but as something more. Their instruction demanded tactical skill, yes, but also endurance against the incomprehensible. They were forged not only for combat, but for survival in the presence of the unnatural. The program was marked ultra-classified. Only the narrowest circle within Geneva knew its full scope. Even fewer saw the prototypes it produced. But soon, troubling reports began to surface.